Like he's going in, Kautar should just be able to exit straight away, stage right. He does have the help of Amazing also coming around that jungle.
Well, we'll see how Amazing sticks around. One of the best tower dives is Elise because, of course, you can just reset that aggro with the repel. Right now, there's a minion wave that's going to get melted thanks to Froggen's barrel, and I don't know if they really want to go for this dive. A lot of damage, and there's no intervention yet from Kautar, so until he gets his ultimate, I don't think it's the smartest of decisions.
Well, Amazing's using a lot of time here. He's sticking around that Wraith area. Finally, he is going to back away. Shook still in the vicinity, and now we're making his way back towards the mid lane. Meanwhile, we see Amazing. He's heading north. Another go at Wicked.
Well, we'll see. Froggen is about to get level 6, if I'm not mistaken. We do see the Cocoon could land here onto Wicked. If it does, they might go in. Not going to be the case. Good slice and dice usage from Wicked. Steps into the minion wave, slices once, and then dices to get the furthest distance back. Wicked just showing his experience. Even though he's a death down, he's still sitting on the same CS as Youngbuck.
And let's not forget that Youngbuck on the Shyvana will be down at the bottom. Meanwhile, down the bottom lane, we're seeing a bit of an exchange coming out there. The shield being thrown out. Unlimited actually doing a good trade with Tabs there. Tabs thinking, what the hell? This support's getting right up in my face. Of course, this bottom lane, talking about Forgiven, the AD carry. It's a champion, it's a player that obviously Reckless was talking about, saying he's a very similar style to me.
Yeah, and Forgiven was one of the members that helped Copenhagen Wolves qualify for the LCS. He destroyed Meteor Makers in games 2 and 3 of that series and just got better and better, actually playing Caitlyn as well, if memory serves correctly. Right now, though, that initial aggression that Forgiven Unlimited did a few moments ago actually has backfired. Nif and Tabs have been able to survive the HP. Thanks to the Relic Shield from Nif, the regen of the Vamp Scepter, Nif and Tabs now have a slightly stronger position.
Meanwhile, the top lane, we do see Youngbuck. He's actually farming between the lanes, and that may well cause him a problem because Shook is coming up between those towers. How's he going to get away?
Well, Youngbuck's going to be in trouble. Assault and Battery is available for Shook, and there he goes.
There he goes immediately. He does try and flash away. Actually flashed the moment it landed. That was very good, but it's not going to buy him enough time. The stun will come out from Wicked any second now. It doesn't matter. He's just going to use that big culling and take him down.
Very well played. A little unfortunate for Shook not to chase through the wall. He did hit a tree and unfortunately couldn't go through it. But one thing I did notice, which was great as well, Froggen was already roaming as that gang started. So if Youngbuck had opted to go down, he would have run into Gragas. Right now, Amazing, he's jumped on Tabs, and Tabs takes a lantern.
Not going to do a great deal about this, and Nif actually turns around and puts a couple of hits on Amazing. Of course, I did mean Cull the Meek, not the culling, because, well, Cull the Meek does more damage than that ulti anyway.
I'm pretty sure Zenon will have a thing to say about that. Is now we see Kautar being jumped on.
Explosive cast being thrown out. Kautar having to use the intervention. Is it going to be enough to roll away from this one? He has got the blue buff, and his cooldowns helping out there. He will just walk away.
Yeah, with the blue buff and rank 1 intervention, it's about 1.5 minutes cooldown. It should be available again by time those next battles take place, and it's a good position for Kautar to be in because he's not losing CS right now. So as long as he doesn't get caught up by anybody else like Shook, he should be able to survive all of the bursts that Gragas is putting out.
A very even fight right now between all of the lanes. Of course, it's 2-1 in terms of Alliance. The Death Center's being thrown out, not quite landing on Forgiven as he dashes back away from it. But it is Alliance starting to put pressure on this bottom lane. Despite the fight, they are slightly down in farm. Looking in the mid lane, though, we do see Shook. He's caught out Cocoon, not landing, but there's still damage coming out. And immediately, Froggen have to play defensive. Back down the bottom. Forgiven in trouble. Has to use that barrier. Is it going to be enough? The Death Center's landed. And again, the build over Peacemaker. They've taken so low. The Ignite is going to take him down. But now Unlimited could be in trouble. Tabs is going to try and turn it around. He's got no mana available to use any skills. And now we see Amazing coming around the backside. He needs to go for the kill because he's going to die regardless. He's got no help coming in here. No mana to help him. Amazing's going to close this one out. Unlimited buying it, baiting him very beautifully.
Yeah, good play by Amazing, managing to respond in time. We were talking about kills, and he has another one on Kautar.
Kautar in trouble. There's going to be Assault and Battery intervention used just at the right time, but I don't think he's going to have enough to escape this one. One more hit should do it. Froggen picks up the kill.
Lands the last tick of damage with the usage of that Ignite, and it's just non-stop action. Amazing forced to cover another lane. He's been roaming back and forth, and actually Shook has been roaming significantly as well, making ganks and kills happen. With the fact that Alliance have the numbers advantage from those last 2 engages, they're going to start this dragon off, but Tabs is going to be a little bit late to this part.
However, looking at the top lane, you can see that neither of those are making any move. In fact, we see farming between the towers once again from Youngbuck. Doesn't want a part of Wicked. Looking in here, Amazing's going to try and come in and get the steal. Instead, Explosive Cast forced him away. They're still yet to get the Dragon. Comes in, doesn't get the smite right. He gets taken down, and Amazing's going to have to flash away from that one.
Does manage to get away with his life, and I think Shook, very smart there, left the Dragon at a higher amount of HP than a smite, and the HP damage from Elise was enough to kill it, and that just allowed him to land the combo immediately after. Right now, I thought Wicked was about to go in, and he actually is.
He is going straight for it. It's going to be a burnout enough to keep him away. It is Youngbuck just walking away from this one. They're both very tanky in that top lane, but this is a heated exchange in all the lanes.
Yeah, it's non-stop combat by every single one of these players. The Copenhagen Wolves, I think, maybe even a little hungrier to try and pick up a victory here, knowing that their superstar jungler has gone to Alliance, and Amazing has done a very good job so far. He's ganked multiple lanes, he's put a lot of pressure on Alliance, and even though there's a 1,000 gold difference, that's only because of the Dragon control that Alliance afforded themselves a little bit earlier.
So let's quickly take stock of what is happening. The two top laners, well, they've both got these Sunfire capes. They're going to continue to bully him back and forth, but it is now level 9 for both of those, or well, it's about to be level 9 for Youngbuck once he returns to lane. So we'll see how that power balance switches. The mid lanes, let's take a look at those. We can see, of course, it is going to be Coutard trying to get out. Is he going to go for the Nash's Tooth? I'm not too sure which way he's going to go with it. Athene's coming out for Froggen in the meantime, so he's trying to get the cooldown, trying to get the mana. Looking at the AD carries, Bloodthirsters all around. That's going to be what they're going for. And at the moment, we're seeing potential gank at the top lane, but I don't think Wicked's too worried about this.
Yeah, Wicked's going to release Ward out here. It does get caught by Amazing. I don't think they've got enough damage to take him down, but the one thing that is happening between Wicked and Youngbuck, they're basically ignoring each other right now. Youngbuck is playing very confident by farming between towers, but we'll see who has a bigger impact in these mid-game team fights, and here's the Lantern Gank.
Lantern Gank, is it going to be enough? Assault and Battery on Unlimited, they hot follows through. Death Sentence will be enough. Tries to use that Wild Growth, but it's not going to get him out of there. He will go down. They've got no support coming from any of the lanes. It's an easy kill. Explosive Cask in the mid lane. Coutard's going to go focus. Froggen realizes the jungler coming in, sidesteps the cocoon and backs away.
Very nice play there from Froggen to avoid the crowd control and style points for Tabs down bottom. They could have picked up the kill on Unlimited with a couple extra auto attacks, but he channels the ace in the hole. Now red buff is being stolen away by Youngbuck with the help of Amazing, and they may have baited Wicked in.
Amazing using the smite, trying to get it away. Quick slice and dice through the pit though, but I think it was Youngbuck that wanted that red buff. Bottom tower though, going down. First one of the game. It's Alliance that get it.
So Alliance taking objective control here. They've got the first Dragon, they've got the first tower, and when you've got a champion like Caitlyn, you can rotate her to the other lanes and start playing that very hard push strategy game. We'll see if Alliance decide to work that way, but I'm very happy to see Nif using the Lantern to pull Shook's Vi in. It's a very powerful combo because you cannot get away from Assault and Battery, and she can engage from a much greater distance.
Coutard in the mid lane just took another barrel that he didn't really want. As you can see, he's pretty much out of mana. He did just pick up that blue buff. Is going to stick around in this mid lane because he knows he has to defend the tower away from Froggen. Froggen, with that explosive cask available in a couple of seconds, could be dangerous situation for Coutard.
Now this is the point that Copenhagen Wolves need to be careful. Forgiven and Limited, a little bit overextended. We're starting to hit the power spike where they could be in trouble. Flay did not connect. Froggen does have his cask available. He's going to throw it on Forgiven.
Oh, and Froggen missing out on that one. Forgiven flashing the second it comes in. Good escape from the Wolves.
Does burn the flash though. So without a tower then, could get them in trouble. Wicked once again, 1v2, and once again looks like he might escape.
No, he's in trouble this time, has to use that Dominus. And this time around, I don't think he's going to be able to defend this turret against Amazing and win Youngbuck.
No, not this time. And you know, with the damage that Elise, her Spiderling, and Shyvana deal, this will be the first tower of the game for the Copenhagen Wolves. And this is the period of the game where the Wolves need to get more objectives and make more plays like this. If Alliance can start roaming with this Vi, Renekton, Caitlyn combo, they can get kills, which can secure objectives, and that's how Alliance may want to win this game.
It's interesting to see how the jungle's been working because Amazing effectively has been sitting on Youngbuck in that top lane, giving Wicked so many problems. Meanwhile, we've seen Shook, of course, down that bottom lane, so they're feeding each other as it is. Tabs, of course, coming out on top. 2-1-0. Meanwhile, it is going to be the ace in the hole, not doing a great deal. Froggen comes in, explosive cast back available in a moment. They're just trying to brute force their way towards his middle turret.
And this is the power that Alliance has right now. If you defend with too few members, the Assault and Battery into a Thresh Hook or even a Gragas Barrel is enough to scare you away. Youngbuck may get caught up. They're going in.
Assault Battery lands. They're going to throw their Death Sentence out. Intervention comes back out as well. Nif not managing to find the target, throws the box down, but nobody is in it. And that means Alliance are going to disengage and Copenhagen Wolves back away and lick their wounds.
Young Buck able to get away with the usage of his flash there, so needs to be a little bit more cautious in these next few minutes. And I think I'm quite impressed by the response by Wolves. If Alliance had gone